Your Google account just disappeared overnight. Email, photos, documents, everything locked. Why did this happen? You sent your pediatrician a photo of your sick toddler. Ever wonder how an AI designed to protect children can't tell the difference between a worried parent and an actual predator? Today, I'll explain AI content moderation bans like you're 5 years old. By the end, you'll understand why these systems fail so catastrophically. You'll see what happens when the robot decides you're guilty, with zero chance to prove otherwise. Here's what's actually happening behind the scenes. Tech companies are scanning billions of photos every single day using AI trained to detect illegal content. They have to. The volume is too massive for humans to review everything manually. But here's the problem. The AI doesn't see context the way you do. It's looking at pixels, matching patterns, analyzing shapes and skin tones it learned from training data. When a dad photographs his toddler's diaper rash to show a doctor, the AI sees skin tones in specific areas. It sees body proportions that match certain parameters. It doesn't see a medical consultation, it sees a potential violation. The flag gets raised instantly, and no human reviews it first. Your account gets suspended immediately with no warning. Because these systems are deliberately designed to prevent bad actors from gaming them, there's no clear appeal process. You can't talk to a human, and you can't explain the context. The automation that was supposed to protect children just nuked your entire digital life because you were being a responsible parent. This isn't some rare glitch that happened once to one unlucky person. A dad in San Francisco took photos of his toddler's groin infection at his doctor's request during a telehealth visit in the middle of the pandemic. Google's AI flagged it, and his account got locked. He lost access to his email, his phone number through Google Voice, years of photos, all his contacts, everything. He appealed, but Google's automated system reviewed the appeal and denied it. He tried again and got denied once more. The company reported him to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, who investigated and found nothing wrong. The police looked into it and cleared him completely. Google still refused to restore his account no matter what. Think about that for a second. Law enforcement cleared him, and he still couldn't get his digital life back. It's like being evicted from your apartment after the fire department confirms there was no fire. Your landlord won't let you back in because the smoke detector went off. Now here's where it gets really wild with these systems. These companies have built systems where speed and scale matter more than accuracy. They'd rather ban 100 innocent people than let one actual bad actor slip through. They've decided that's an acceptable trade-off for their business. It's like airport security deciding that 6 false alarms are fine as long as they catch one real threat. Except instead of just missing your flight, you lose your passport permanently. And they won't tell you how to get it back or what you did wrong. The AI is judge, jury, and executioner with zero human oversight on the front end. You don't get a trial, and you don't get to face your accuser. You don't even get to see the evidence against you half the time. Why not? Because showing you the flagged photo might violate the same policies they're accusing you of breaking. This matters to you because we've all outsourced our entire lives to these platforms. We didn't realize how fragile that arrangement actually is. Your photos live in Google Photos or iCloud storage. Your email is Gmail or another free service. Your documents are in Google Drive or Dropbox cloud storage. Your contacts, your calendar, your two-factor authentication for every other service you use. All of it depends on these accounts staying active. And the terms of service you clicked agree on without reading basically say the company can terminate your access at any time. They can do it for any reason with no explanation required. You think you're a customer, but you're actually a tenant who can be evicted without notice and without cause. One false positive from an AI that doesn't understand context, and suddenly you can't access your wedding photos. You can't email your boss or coworkers. You can't get into your bank account because the password reset goes to an email you can't access anymore. Your entire digital identity just vanished because a robot thought you were a criminal. But here's the twist that makes this situation even worse. The appeals process is automated, which means you're asking the same AI that banned you to reconsider its decision. That's like asking the fire alarm to reconsider whether it heard a beep. It's just going to beep again because that's what it does. When you finally get a human involved, they're usually contractors with strict guidelines. Those guidelines say if the AI flagged it, uphold the decision unless it's obviously wrong. But they're not seeing the full context either when they review. They're seeing a photo that the AI determined was problematic. They're trained to err on the side of caution, which means your account stays banned. It's not malice, it's just a system optimized for volume and liability protection rather than accuracy or fairness. Some companies are slightly better than others, but none of them have solved this fundamental problem. Apple's system scans photos on device before upload, which theoretically gives you more privacy. But false positives still happen. Microsoft uses photo DNA technology that's supposed to be more sophisticated, but parents have still gotten banned for medical photos. Facebook and Instagram flag content so aggressively that photographers and artists have learned to avoid certain compositions entirely. The reason? Because the AI consistently misinterprets them as violations. A mother in Texas got banned for posting bathtub photos of her kids. These were completely innocent pictures that millions of parents have taken for decades. An artist got flagged for uploading photos of classical Renaissance paintings. These paintings have hung in museums for 500 years. Nobody's cracked the code on how to build a system that's both safe and fair at massive scale. And in the meantime, regular people are collateral damage. Here's what you need to understand moving forward. These systems will not get perfect. They physically cannot understand context the way humans do. They can't grasp intent, relationships, medical necessity, cultural norms, or artistic expression. The AI sees pixels and patterns. It doesn't know you're a parent, a doctor, an artist, or just someone trying to document your life. And the platforms have made a calculated business decision. They've decided that false positives are acceptable losses in exchange for avoiding liability and public backlash. They're more afraid of headlines saying, "Platform hosted illegal content." They're less afraid of headlines saying, "Innocent dad banned after doctor photo." The PR risk is asymmetric, so the policy reflects that math. Your best protection right now is genuinely just paranoid caution. Assume that any photo containing certain characteristics could trigger an automated ban. Kids in various states of undress, medical documentation involving private areas, even innocent bathtub or beach photos. Back up everything outside these platforms. Buy an external hard drive and use multiple cloud services. Don't be dependent on one company. Print your important photos because digital isn't forever when a robot controls access. Keep local copies of critical documents. Use a custom domain for email so if Gmail bans you, you still control your address and can route it somewhere else. Don't let one company's AI hold your entire digital life hostage. The reality is that when you upload something to someone else's server, you're trusting a system that was trained on data you've never seen. It uses criteria you don't understand with no transparency about how it makes decisions. You're trusting that the system will correctly interpret your intent when it doesn't actually know what intent is. And you're trusting that if something goes wrong, a human will step in to fix it. Except that human almost never materializes. And when they do, they usually can't or won't help. That's the actual terms of service, stripped of the legal jargon. You're one algorithmic hiccup away from losing access to years of memories. You could lose critical infrastructure for your life, and there's functionally no recourse when it happens. To recap, tech platforms scan billions of photos daily using AI that matches patterns. But it can't understand context, intent, or relationships. Parents taking medical photos for doctors get banned. The appeals process is automated, which means the same AI that banned you reviews your appeal. It usually denies it again. Law enforcement can clear you, and the company still won't restore access. The reason? Because they've optimized for speed and liability protection over accuracy. Your entire digital life depends on systems that can't tell the difference between a parent and a predator. They've decided false positives are acceptable collateral damage. And right now, your only real defense is backing up everything locally. Assume any potentially sensitive photo could trigger a permanent ban with zero human review. So here's my question for you. Would you rather accept this system where innocent people lose everything with no appeal? Or should we demand that a real human reviews your case before your digital life gets permanently erased? And if you had to choose right now, which side of that trade-off would you pick?